So this morning it's so foggy that you can't even see. It's 7 o'clock now, and you see them, well, you probably can't even see, yeah, you can see them trucks. I hadn't let them go yet. I hadn't even loaded them.
The road's still open there, Danny. Want to possibly turn around, or do y'all have the road blocked? We sitting right here at the loader. All four of them. Okay. Alright, well, let me see if I can get turned around up here then. I'll see what I can do.
So it's so foggy that you can't even see. I was a quarter mile from a stop sign this morning. I thought I was actually at the stop sign, and I just was not gonna let those trucks load till it got a little burn off of this right here, and you still can't see real good. But I'm about to track up here and start loading. Sometimes, man, you just gotta err on the side of caution, because people don't pay attention no more driving down the road, man. They just don't pay attention. They got too much other stuff going on. All right, so this is filmed on the same morning that the fog happened, which was Tuesday morning. This was the day after all of that rain that we had on Monday that y'all seen on today's video, which will be Tuesday. I'll be watching this on Wednesday. See that log truck going out the road right there as I'm starting to fly. This is what we cut over a while back. A few weeks ago. We're just gonna make a quick loop. Y'all hang tight. Y'all gonna see some cool stuff in this video from the air and from the ground. I'm gonna take y'all back here in a minute, and I'm gonna fly you over these mats that we got laid out. We had 37 white oak or oak mats brought in there this past weekend. Derek and Danny and Scott went over there and set them Sunday, and then you're gonna fly over them, and I'm gonna take y'all on them on foot too. Notice all the reflections that you see. Looks like a mirror. That's water standing everywhere across through here. There's we're kind of getting down to the nitty gritty. Somebody asked, what would we do if it was too wet back there in that back when we got through with this? Is up here on the front. What will we do then? There ain't nothing you can do but just pick up and move. You see all that water over there on the left, that reflection off of it, shining. All this is water standing right here. That's that 40 that you see right there that's coming into view. You can see it. What I'm doing is I'm flying the drone right here because we're fixing to hit this road right here to the left. I'm going to bring the drone way down low, and we're going to fly right over these mats where you can kind of see what's going on. And then, like I said, later on at the end of the video, all this will be the same day. I'm going to drive my truck in here on this road toward the left, and I'll park it right there, and I'll walk out on the mats. I get on a cottonmouth as soon as I get off the mats too. Just bam, there he is. You see the mats right there starting. Look at all the water down through here. This right here looks like something Bobby Goodson would be in right here. See, the beavers have killed all this on the left. They've dammed all this water up. It's not dammed now. It can run now. And you'll see that when I get on the ground. But you can see all the water. The mats are just on top of a pyramid of a road right there. And like I said, I'll be explaining more about that when I get on the ground. But so I was taking some pictures right there, and I had to stop the video and took some pictures with the drone where I could send them back to Derek. But you can see all this darn water back through there. But this is the start of that 40 right there, those green tops right there. And you see the road where it goes in it. That's what we've cut right there. I should have flew on back here and dropped down to where you can see the log pile. You'll see it from the ground here in a little bit, but there's a good bit of wood that we've got processed and ready. But you can see this block. This is it right here that we've got to cut. And I have no idea we'll be able to cut it or not. We'll see, because y'all going to see when I get on the ground what it looks like. Now this is looking back toward the north. That's the way I like our clear cuts to look. It's like it right there. You can look back down. This is flying back away from the mats. You can see all the water down in there. The drone is such a useful tool. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm put up now. This block that's on the right there, that pine, that spur of pine trees that's on the right there, that's 8 acres. We're gonna mow it tomorrow, which will be today, Wednesday. Time travel in YouTube is tough, like O'Alley Knight always used to say. But all of this right here that you see, that's coming up this spur right here, it's all gone now. Derek cut all of it today, so it's all it's gone. I flew this about it was about 9 something this morning, and since then every bit of that's been cut. We really need to set up out here with a deck, but that was not possible as wet as it's gotten. I mean it. It's unbelievable how wet it is. And they're talking about rain starting this coming Friday. And a chance of rain from Friday for the next 5 days. And so you can see Derek's kind of in the middle of this cutting right here. We're fixing to come up on Derek just a little bit. And then I'll spin the drone around, and that'll be kind of all the drone stuff. You can kind of see the drags coming up where they're laying right there. Derek is kind of right ahead of us right here. You'll see a tree shake in just a second right there where he's at. And Chad's not in there yet right there. But Derek's just out of the frame right there is where he's cutting in. I was trying to find him on the screen, but on the phone it's hard to see on that screen where he is. But just about to go right over him right here. See that tree moving right there? Straight down. That's where Joker is. He's right there. But we when I get on the ground here in a minute, you're gonna really get a bird's eye view of what we're dealing with where all that water is. So I'll hang tight, because there's some pretty good stuff there. I explain a lot about the mats and what we've dealt with before with mats, and just what kind of a pain in the neck those things are to fool with. They work, and they work well, but they are painful to fool with and set and all that good stuff. So you can see Derek real good right there. So this drone stuff, I think it's just about to come to a close right here. And so I just jumped down real quick, shoot the drone up in there, burn a whole battery through it, get a bunch of footage, and then edit through it, do a voiceover where y'all can see it here. And then I take a bunch of pictures and send them out. So y'all check the rest of this video out here. Alrighty, so we got 21 today, which is really good after all the rain that we had on Monday. And then the amount of fog that we had this morning to deal with, start off the day with, and held the trucks up for basically over an hour before I started loading them this morning. We're gonna go down here, and when you seen on the drone footage, the mats that are down here, what I talked about. We're gonna go down here and we're gonna walk in on them, and I'm gonna take y'all on foot. And I wanna look at them. Derek says that they need to be moved over a little bit. Look at all this water standing here. He said they need to be moved a tad, and he wants to see if I can do it with my mini excavator. If I don't think that I can, we're gonna bring our 200 excavator over here and move them, slide them over a little bit with it. But they're also, so today, like I said, today's Tuesday, and they're also talking about Friday, a 60% chance of rain. And then Saturday rain also. It's supposed to rain, once it starts raining Friday, it's supposed to rain for about 5 days straight, and a good chance for about 5 days. So we'll see, but we're gonna go in here and take a look at what's going on down in here. All right, so there's the 3 bridge pieces right there that was across the creek over here that I showed y'all in a video a couple weeks ago, I guess it was. See, they're stacked right here because we got to use them to get across another creek over here. You can see them right there on top of one another. Those things are very heavy too, by the way. Let me grab my my stick, because Derek said that he got on a big cottonmouth. They done been 3 or 4 down through here that they done had to handle cottonmouths or venomous snakes. So let me get my stick here. So when I say stick, this is a cattle sorting pole, a heavy one right there. I prefer the thinner ones than this, and I got a couple of them too, but these are the mats right here. If you've never dealt with mats, boy, you don't know what you're missing. These here are 8 feet wide this way, and then they're 14 feet long, so the road width will be 14 feet. And these are 3 thick oak. They're very heavy. Well, you can see right there. See, there's a board there, and then there's one sandwiched, and then one on top. Yeah, the mini will move these right here. See, there's a problem. You need the ground to be flat. You don't need a void like that, because it'll break. Boy, you can tell this is low down here. So they got this one's on top of a tree. There's 37 of these down through here. We worked a job one time several years ago. We had 80 of these jokers, 80. And they were a little bit different configuration. They were meant to run on like this instead of like this. And they were 16 foot long instead of 14 foot. And I forget the width on them, what those were. But my goodness, they were painful. They've had a beaver trapper guy down in here that's been doing some trapping. See, they got, there's supposed to be 3 right here, I think, stacked up. Let's see. Got this one right here, and this one. Okay, see if we can find the snake. Now this gets into a like a base. It starts kind of coming up. You can see where it starts rising back there. This would hold a truck up right here. God dog it, there's a daggum cottonmouth right there. See him right there? Derek said they were down here. Son of a gun, see him? I mean, ain't even walked up and done got on one here. Okay. Yeah, I figured I'd see one, but I wasn't expecting to see one that quick. All right. There's old Mr. Beaver right there. See him? He's in a trap. Yup. So those bridge beams, they will sit right here is where they will sit. And then that road, see, it's a good base, clay base road on up through there. I wonder what kind of trap he's got down here. Oh, Mr. Beaver. So it don't take long to figure out what's went on here. There used to be a pipe in this crossing right here, like an old culvert. And these beavers come in here and started damming this thing up, and they've backed this water up. This is where that, you go back in some other videos, or even in today's video and look, you'll see that bare spot over there where the beavers have backed the water up on it and killed it. If you're a landowner, property owner, the only good beaver is a dead beaver for you. I'm just gonna tell you like it is, because they can financially break you in a stand of timber. And I mean, they'll break you in a heartbeat too. So and the only way that you can fix them is by killing them. I mean, that's just it. I mean, you just got to just kill them. So now that they've worked on the beavers, the water's flowing through here like what it's supposed to, which is a good thing. So got that going there. And so there's actually some old rock, big riprap here too. There's a piece of old pipe. But you have to maintain this stuff too. You can't just let it go by the wayside for years and years, or back there is what will end up taking place and what'll happen with it. So this old roadbed here will hold us up. And this takes us straight into where we were loading at before, or close to it anyhow. Alright, so you see my stick here. It says it hits a base right there about 4 inches down. I'm not sure that this over here will hold us up with the trucks. Let's check this. About the same thing, about 4 inches. Right down there's that big pile of wood that we got piled. And we've got to get that. That's where we was coming in from, over there on the right. This is a tie down place where they were trimming up, strapping their loads. And the deck was down there. Ooh boy, this is gonna be sketchy, sketchy, sketchy right here now. But I'll say this, if we had this road opened up on the right hand side and on the left hand side where the morning sun could hit this road, and the afternoon sun right there could hit this road, it would dry this road up really quick. And that was part of the problem with that down there. But we started the back first and we're gonna work our way out. We never expected to get as much rain as we did either, so I kind of throwed us off. Now, the 635, they've got the parts in for it today. So they're supposed to be here tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, which y'all will be watching this on Wednesday, because like again, I said today's Tuesday. And hopefully we'll get the 635 back going. We need that machine running ASAP right now. That's what we need. So hopefully we'll get her back going there. All right, let's get on out of here. All right, so these mats right here need to be set. These three right here, they're not exactly in the right place to get on up a little bit. And then there's some down there, you can see it looking back. They need to be moved over to the right some. And I can also take the mini and I can slide them over and then fill in some dirt where those skidder ruts are up here, to give them something a little bit firm to sit on. These things are just carriage bolt together, is the way that they're done. These up through here need to be moved over. That's what they need to be done. But I can easily get up on them with the Mini and move them around, do whatever I need to do. That one right there is going to give us problems. Man, when we had that job that we had all of them 80 on, they were brand new when we started. And we had so much wood to haul on them, they started breaking up on us. And see that carriage bolt, man, we ruined a bunch of tires by those carriage bolts while we were on that job. Sure did. Back up here's where, and then this is a problem. See, this got mud on top of this one already. That gets wet, boy, you can't stay on these things very good. See, there's a bolt sticking up. Before it ruins the tire right off the bat. Yeah, right through here is where it needs to be filled in. I need to take these and shove them that away and then rake some of this stuff back in here and flatten that out where the skidder tire tracks are right there. Fix that up.